KCBS.
KCBS News Time 3:50. It's time to talk technology with our KCBS tech expert, Larry Maggins.
Well, just how popular is Google? An internet monitoring firm says the site now accounts for more web traffic in North America than Facebook, Twitter, and Netflix combined. Larry, let's talk about this number. Nearly 25% of all net traffic.
You know, when you ask me how popular Google is, I of course would have said very popular. But if you had asked me, are they one of the biggest users of bandwidth? Frankly, before reading this story, I wouldn't have really thought about that. But now that I do think about it, when you think about YouTube, video uses an enormous amount of bandwidth. When you think about the fact that they've got a huge percentage of the mobile traffic going through their servers, all of those Android devices, it's all going through a Google server, or much of it's going through a Google server. If you think about all the advertising networks that Google is affiliated with or owns, double-click, all the analytics, so that every time you go to a website, they're displaying ads, that's bandwidth. They're analyzing what you're doing, that's bandwidth. Well, when you add it all up together, it really makes a lot of sense that Google would be a big, big user of network bandwidth.
As I understand things, the last time that this particular survey was taken, Google accounted for roughly 6%.
Yeah.
A big jump there from 6 to 8.
Right, and one of the biggest jumps is the explosion of Android. I mean, it's just huge. But the other thing, I was reading an article about this, I think we can see that, talks about how even things like game consoles are going through Google, even though you see Google doesn't have a game console, but they're caching some of the data. So they are a huge player, and it's no wonder they spend about $1 billion a quarter on improving their infrastructure. And as you know, they're laying fiber in Kansas City. Even here in Mountain View, near where I live, they actually have Wi-Fi. Again, all of that accounts for this kind of huge footprint that they have as a major player. You know, one of the things I've had conversations with people who go, hey, why are you giving away all these things? And of course we know about their advertising, and one of the things they say is we want people to go on the internet. The more they go online, the more money we make. And that's obviously true, that Google seems to kind of touch us at so many different levels when we do go online.
Is there any reason to think they won't continue to get bigger? Is there somebody else right at their heels?
Gosh, no. I mean, there are other players, obviously. Apple is a player, certainly big time in the mobile space. Microsoft, even though it's having its troubles, continues to be a player. Bing is doing okay as a search engine, but a fraction of the traffic that Google gets. Facebook, again, doing well, but in terms of overall traffic, it doesn't even compare. Twitter also doing pretty well, but again, using hardly any bandwidth. Twitter is a very unintense thing. So I think collectively, sure, they're...